The divorce part was easy. The divorce part didn't even hit $1,000 this time around. And I'm thinking, like, I'm getting restless. I'm like looking up, I was like, wow, I can stay at the Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas and fly to and from, and it's only $500.
Slampiece is so we're not exclusive with
Slampiece does not want to go to Las Vegas.
Thank God she doesn't want to go to Vegas with you.
And she said to me, she goes, are you okay? Like, is this okay? You're clearly still heartbroken. No felony charges and all my kids. I win. Winner cuck. Winner cuck, loser cuck. Still both cucks. Guys, I also thought because I have the kids all week next week, the way we're kind of doing the 4th of July next week is I'm going to take them all week till Friday, and then their mom is going to take them all weekend and do the 4th of July. That's a really fair way to kind of split things up, I think. And, since April's been gone, that communication has been so much easier. So much easier. It's been so much easier to work shit out and just, when it's just the two of us and you can kind of, it's been a much better relationship. And that's, fortunately, unfortunately, whatever you want to say, that is a relationship you got to keep, You have kids with somebody and you marry them for 6-7 years. I mean, whether you get divorced or not, you're in a relationship with that person forever. I mean, you never stop being in a relationship with that person. So the communication has to be there, and it is, and that's very, very nice. It makes my life much, much easier. It makes my life much less stressful. The fucking battles I had to fight because of those two broads. Oh, my God. And the amount, dude, now that we can talk about some shit, now that I'm getting a little better, still a little heartbreak here and there, and then a lot of anger, and a lot of, a lot of the really righteous stuff, which, keeps you warm, but you got to let go from time to time. Now that that's all getting much better, thanks to Al-Anon, therapy, and just me, just time, and friends and family. We can talk about some of the stories. I'm going to put it in the tens of thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of dollars that I spent on lawyers because those two couldn't fucking figure it out and get along. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God, was it a nightmare? Because, I'm the kind of guy who, when it comes to my ex-wife and it comes to kids and if we have any kind of argument or disagreement, I just want to get to the end of the disagreement and then move on with my life. We're divorced for a reason. I'll go this way, you go that way. We'll come back together when it's kid-related. But then, April wanted to jump in and be 33 partners. And then, my ex-wife is very territorial, as women with kids tend to be. And then April was very territorial because whether it's just the spot she occupied or insecurity or whatever, those two they started out like friends. Then they started manipulating each other. Then they would all tell me something different. Dude, I was caught up in the weirdest fucking girl bitch gossip. Oh my God, was it terrible. So then I obviously get my wife's back. I get April's back. Not really having the full story, but you don't need the full story. She's your wife. You defend her. Defend her to the point where she's like, she's doing this and you need to do this. You need to stop her from doing this. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then the mother of my kids is going, she's overstepping and you need it. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I call up my lawyer. We need to go to mediation. We need to define terms. We went to mediation, I think, 3 or 4 fucking times. And then my ex-wife decides she needs an order of protection from April and then slaps something on me where I can't talk about her negatively on the show. And then, oh my God, this whole thing just turns into a massive fucking shit show. And like I said, those two got to have their territorial pissing match. I'm sitting here and I remember keep saying, can we just get this out of our house? Can we just not bring this into our house? Meaning her, the energy, the fight, all that stuff. You fucking add up all the bills. The divorce part was easy. The divorce part didn't even hit $1,000 this time around. But those two fucking broads just arguing over kid shit and stuff like that and fighting with each other. That one, God damn, did that drain me. Oh my God, was that just fucking awful. And now that's over. And now the mother of my kids and I, my ex-wife, we can talk, we can hammer shit out, and it's really, really nice. But now I'm thinking, like, I got this whole weekend open, and I never have a whole weekend open. And I'm thinking, like, I'm getting restless. I'm, like, looking up, I was like, wow, I can stay at the Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas and fly to and from, and it's only $500. Maybe I go to Las Vegas for 3 nights. And then I'm like, hey, dude, you're just getting your feet back under you. It's nice to have money again, to have a nice influx of cash coming because you have one less person to pay for. Why don't you just fucking relax and just, build up the old nest egg, as it were? I was getting really restless yesterday. I was looking up, like, Las Vegas for next weekend. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to go by myself. Like, I have this thing about Las Vegas. Like, that was my spot. And then I met April, and she's like, I've never been there. I'm like, I'll take you there. And she loved it. So we went every year. And now I'm like, well, fuck that. That's my town. I'm taking it back. So, like, I want to get out there and go.
Reclaim your town.
Yeah. And then when I go look up stuff, I get a little sad. And I'm like,
yeah, that'll be kind of weird to do. That's definitely a weird thing to do by yourself.
No,
especially if it's the town you got married in.
Yeah. I was texting buddies. I was like, you don't have, like, because, I got some friends still who are single, not many. And it's just like, you fucking take off on a whim. You want to. And I feel like when I was a single guy, that would have been a fucking great text to get. But
Slampiece is, so we're not exclusive with
Slampiece does not want to go to Las Vegas.
She's like, no, fuck you. Go by yourself.
Yeah.
I like her.
No. She's like, no, go. It's fine.
I'm really glad that stuck, Slampiece.
Well, and then so many people get mad at me now. Like, I get so many, like, new fans. They're like, why would you call that girl Slampiece? That's incredibly disrespectful. I'm like, everybody does this thing where they act like I haven't spoken to these people before. Like, people are like, why would you keep admitting this stuff when your ex-wife is listening? I'm like, you think that I told you guys this stuff before I told her?
Right.
Like, you think that I just went, bleh. By the way, you're going to hear some.
She texted you immediately and said that was fine. It's like, who cares?
Yeah. So don't worry.
It means she has a sense of humor. Everybody calm your dick, okay?
Yeah.
Jesus God. Yeah.
And
thank God she's not, like, letting you rush into buying a ring. Thank God she doesn't want to go to Vegas with you.
Well, she said, oh, here, Gossip Girl Talk. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Gossip Girl Talk. She was, I think it was last weekend, we went to see Colin Quinn.
Colin Jost.
Not Colin Jost. Colin is so fucking funny, man. God, I was so happy to see him. It was, we went to see Colin Quinn, and then we went out and we went to a nice little restaurant. We had dinner. We had a couple drinks, and then we came back here. And the next day, we have a conversation, and I can't remember what I was talking about. I can't remember if it was the members only show, whatever it was. And she said to me, she goes, are you okay? Like, is this okay? Kind of a check-in, kind of maintenance thing. Like, what we're doing, is this okay? And I said, yeah, why? She goes, you're clearly still heartbroken. And I go,
Mark-Gal.
And you got to think about that for a minute. And you're like, now, this is where, to get Gossip Girl Thursday, I feel that therapy and Al-Anon especially are working wonders for me.
Why are you an Al-Anon? You're not an alcoholic.
Al-Anon is for people who have had to deal with addicts before and it caused them emotional trauma.
You left her thing down in the rain.
You're right. Well, she broke 3 children's hearts when she abandoned them after promising to, never mind. So she goes, clearly you're still heartbroken. And I go, well, no, I feel like I'm more angry and I'm, like pissed off at these people, blah, blah. She goes, you're both. And I, talk to my therapist. I think about it. I ruminate on it. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you could admit that. You're still like, you had this future planned out and it looked great for a long time and you were really happy with it. Now that got ripped away. That's gone. Like it got, and you didn't choose to rip it away. That future left you. That future decided it didn't want you anymore. You feel rejected.
Ripped away incredibly slowly and painfully and in the worst way possible.
Thank you, Keanu. So you feel at the same time like you lost this future. You also feel rejected and like you're not worth as much as you thought you were. I'm like, okay, well, that's fucking painful, but yes, okay. And they were like, you're allowed to feel both of those things at the same time. Because I'm like, the anger makes me feel righteous. The anger makes me feel strong and good. I like that. I go, but this one makes me feel really sad. And I was like, it's not the person either. It's not the human being. It's the feelings. It's the routine. It's the future. It's all this other stuff. And they're like, yeah, it's totally fine to feel both of those things. Like you can have.
It's quite all right. And being angry is a high, actually, right? It is.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
yeah. When bad.
Yeah. So
that's
sort
why,
of like quells the sadness, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like before my therapy on Tuesday, before that, I was cleaning the house and I went up in the closet and I saw her boxing gear up in the closet. And I was like, I was teaching her how to box. Eventually she was going to do the classes that I train people in. And she maybe wanted to take a fight at some point. And I got really sad. And I went, she's not going to, like, I almost got like, my girl, like, how does he see without his glasses kind of a thing? Like, I was like, how's she going to box now? Like, what's she going to do?
Listen,
Like,
somebody else is handling her box now. It's not a big deal. Okay? Let it go. I'm just teasing you. If we can't laugh, then we'll try.
Oh, boy. Dueling cucks. Oh. No felony.
Yeah.
No felony charges.
Did you ever like
Hold
boxing?
on.
Did you ever check in
No.
to see if she liked
No felony charges and all my kids. I win. Winner cuck.
Ding, ding. You can't hear the stupid gong,
Yeah.
or else I would give you a ding for that. There
Winner
you go.
cuck, loser cuck. Still both cucks. But no, I was doing like, she'll never do this. And then she took her golf clubs with her. I'm like, she'll never go golfing the way they live and all that stuff. She's not going to box. She's not going to go golfing. Well, how's she going to go to Vikings games? She's not going to go to the Renaissance Festival today. And you just kind of like start melting down a little bit. And then you're like, wait a minute. That's all shit that you do, fuckhead.
That's what I was going to say. That sounds like Aaron's favorite day.
It's like,
Yeah.
you're still going to do that. Like, you don't have to feel sad that she's not going. That's up to her. Like, you.
He has other interests
Yeah.
now, right?
Well, just a couple, whittled them
But-
down a bit.
I guess it wasn't meant to be, and that's all right.
What do you do? But yeah, talking about Slampiece, yeah, she initiated this conversation where she's like, are you sure that you're good? I'm like, you know what? This is the first time in my life I've ever like actually checked up on shit instead of going, fuck it, bury it, plow forward. You got this. And instead,
That's
just
the
like,
German in you.
yeah. Instead, this person goes, you all right? And I'm like, for the most part. Yeah, what
It's
about?
not gay to check in.
Yeah.
You're like,
She's like,
yo,
yeah.
homie, you okay?
Yeah, she's like, what about the part that's not the most part? And I'm like, that's a bit of a work in progress. She goes, all right, we'll just keep working on that progress and I'll be here. You're like, all
And
right.
you go to Vegas by yourself.
Yeah, you fucking go see your friends in New York by yourself. I ain't going. Go to Vegas by yourself. I ain't fucking going.
Yeah.
Los Federales with $2 says, set the record straight. Who gave better BJs? There's an answer to that question, and I am not giving it.
The fact that you would even say that, you're a child. You just said unequivocally both the best I've ever had. Who was better at boxing? Stop it.
There's an answer to his question. I just don't feel like giving it. It's just going to be hurtful. If I give the answer, it's just because
You just gave it. If it's going to be hurtful, you just gave the answer. Well, it's going to be hurtful to either one, I guess.
Right, that's what I mean. It's going to be hurtful to either one. And also, it's a bad look for me to give away such a thing. All right, guys, 295 is your number for today. Thank you very much. If you'd like to contribute to the program,